Control the night. Watch riots. Watch riots. I don't run, Ray, I move. Sucker. Watch riots. Watch riots. Don't play me for no sucker. Control, control, control. Control, control, control. Control, control. Badass.
I seen that and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna come back here after I eat some fucking Molly and I am on that thing.
Good morning, Hydroheads. Welcome to the first installment of Hydrofly Now. My name is Sean, and I'm going to be your host for this journey as we talk about the news, the people, and the products that make up the Hydrofly universe. As the summer nears, which as you can see behind me, isn't any time close around here, we're going to reach out to some of the industry professionals, look at some of the products that are coming out and have existed, some of the people, and the news that make up our Hydrofly universe. In the meantime, we're going to head over to the news desk and see what's going on in the universe. Let's fly. For our first story, we're going to talk about what took place last month in the city of Dubai. It was the third annual Zapata Racing Flyboard World Championships. There was an addition of many different tricks and combinations this year, along with 2 new divisions. Aside from the pro division, there was the addition of a veterans category, which is riders that are 40 years of age or older, and then the addition of a full-fledged women's category. All were insanely interesting to watch, and they were broadcast over the internet for all to see. Let's take a look at some of the footage provided to us by Hero Magazine. Let's take a look.
stars in your eyes, all up in your mind, angel in disguise. When planets collide, stars in your eyes, all up in your mind, angel in disguise.
Pretty sick flying, guys, huh? Yeah, as we roll up a list here of all the winners in each division, along with the 2nd through 5th place, let's just give a quick shout out on the pro division. We had 1st place, we had Tongue Tie, back-to-back 2013 and 14 champion. See what he's going to do in 15. But I think some of these guys below him are coming for him. So Tongue Tie, I hope you got somewhere where you can fly all season. We got in 2nd place the North American champion, the safety cone Damon Rippey. Unbelievable flying as always. 3rd place we had Jake Orrell, out of this world. Jake Orrell, kind of those other guys got to watch out. He's going to be sneaking up in there soon, if not taking 1st or 2nd one of these years. And then 4th place we had the original world champion Stefan Preyas. You know, you can't say much except for the fact that he's always going to be in one of those spots. And then in 5th place, this kid, unbelievable. Watch out for him, Hunter Verlander. Tongue Tie, he's coming for you, kid. Watch out. All right, let's go on to the next story. For our next story, we're going to talk a little bit about the JETLEV flyer. Been doing some research. See, there is some companies out there that are still operating, but unfortunately, the future for the JETLEV is kind of up in, limbo. At this point, the stories that I find show that there are some unhappy customers not receiving their delivery of shipments, and at this point I have not even seen online a picture of anyone flying on an aqua board, so I'm pretty sure that has not come into existence at this point. Still a great product. Those of you that know, I write the Business of Flyboard article for Hero magazine here, but I also do a lot of research on these other devices, and there is still potential. If you own a JETLEV, obviously you have the connections to still run it, so we still see a potential for making money with the JETLEV, but unfortunately at their price point always it was kind of unattainable, and the future for them is kind of still in limbo. So love to hear from some of you JETLEV guys out there though. I'll throw up an email at the end of the show, and surely give us a shout out, let us know what's going on in your world, and hopefully we can keep the JETLEV around for years to come. All right, let's look at the next story. For this next story, we're going to talk a little bit about one of the devices I really want to feature here on HydroFly now, which is known as the Seabreacher. One of the newest renditions that we're going to take a look at here looks like it was a custom order for somebody, surely not me. Looks like a sailfish. Now this thing is badass. Let's take a look, guys. Alright guys, now that we've seen the Seabreacher, next time on the next episode I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Seabreacher in depth, go over a little bit of the specs, and of course here I'm going to throw up an email. Any of you Seabreacher guys out there, give me shoot me out an email, let me know what's going on. Love to hear from you, love to hear what's going on with the Seabreacher and how it works into the business aspect. If anyone out there is renting it, I'd love to hear about that too. Alright, let's take a look at the next story. For this next story, I want to talk about one of the newest devices to hit the HydroFly universe. This is called the xjets JETBLADE. This is very similar at this point to a flyboard, but has one major difference. The feet are able to move independently, which allows for one foot to go down while one foot is pulled up, which creates a tighter spin, which I'm assuming at some point is going to evolve into bigger tricks. Now there's a little bit of controversy with the JETBLADE. There's obviously some patent stuff going on. And that's not our focus here. We really want to highlight the device as how it's used for the sport as well as rentals. So at this point I ask any of you JETBLADE guys, give me an email. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how it fits into your world. Let me know if you like it better than the flyboard at this point, and we'll go from there. But at this point we're going to look at some video. Let's take a look at the JETBLADE.
Can you see it? The worst is over. The monsters in my head are scared of love. Falling people, listen up. It's never too late to change your love. So don't let them steal your life. Don't let them break your stride.
As you can see, the JETBLADE has a lot of potential to be a huge contender as far as the world of HydroFly sports goes. I'm assuming that here in the near future you're going to see some JETBLADE competitions as well. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to take a look at the next story. For this last segment, I want to talk about one of the coolest devices I've looked at in a long time. This is called the jetsurf. We're going to take an in-depth look in a couple future episodes at kind of how the jet surf works. But for now, we're going to look at some video. The jet surf is actually being used in competition. There's races, there's 3 different models, and can travel up to about 35 miles per hour on the water. This looks insanely interesting, and I hope I get to get my hands on one sometime soon. Alright, let's take a look at the video. Alright guys, I hope you're enjoying the news so far. As we know, there's several other stories that we could talk about. We're going to look at those in some future episodes. One of the things I'd like to do is look at some of these aftermarket products that have recently been released, along with the factory EMK that was released by Zapata, which is now currently wireless. There's several other companies producing similar products. There's hose companies, there's aftermarket products that are for your boots, there's bolts, clamps, you name it, it's out there. And we're hoping to take a look at it here in the near future. If you're one of those companies and you'd like us to take a look at one of your products, send us an email and we'll get back to you and we'll arrange for you to have your product appear on HydroFly Now, we're going to head inside and take a look at some of the products that help us fly. One of the first products I want to review here on HydroFly Now is going to be the hoverboard, which is made by Zapata Racing. The hoverboard's a newer product to come out by the same makers as the Flyboard and has generated a serious buzz in the HydroFly community. Obviously, when the hoverboard first came out, it went like gangbusters. Everybody had to have one. And now I notice that it's kind of a selective thing, whether you want a hoverboard or not. Personally, we love the hoverboard. There's a lot of potential for the hoverboard, and the rumor is at this point that there will be some hoverboard competition involved in the next World Championships in Dubai here in 2015. One of the things that amazes me about the hoverboard the most is that everyone's trying to copy this product, that product, the bikes, you got the Flyboard, the JETBLADE, the Dolphin board, so many different variations now, but the hoverboard holds its own. And the hoverboard has a lot of potential, I believe, for a lot of pizzazz and tricks that still have been undiscovered. So, and I'm sure as time goes on, it's only going to get better. As we look at the hoverboard, we can see here that it's made of a slightly looking carbon fiber material. I'm not sure, totally positive if that is carbon fiber, but I'm assuming that it is somewhat. It does have that appearance. We got the rubber bumpers that run around each side, and that's for protection as the board does come towards you. One of the major differences with the hoverboard is when the rider does leave these footholds, the board will travel in one direction, and the rider will travel obviously straight down due to gravity. This can be obviously from lower heights or higher heights, and on a flyboard there's much more control over the type of fall that somebody is taking. When someone's falling, we can obviously control them as they come down. The hoverboard does take a little bit more of an advanced rider, and I think that's what makes it, as this point, something that is to be desired. One thing that I do want to point out is that the hoverboard can travel up to about 16 feet in the air and at about 25 miles an hour, which is also 5 meters and 40 kilometers per hour. The hoverboard itself had received several accolades, one of them being an award, a Star of Innovation, that was given by the National Institute of Industrial Property. The hoverboard itself is actually being displayed at the Science and Industry Museum in Paris until November 1st of 2015. That's pretty neat. At least we can say that I'm holding something that's being displayed in the museum. We love the hoverboard, and obviously as far as personally goes, it's a hit. But as far as rental goes, we're going to see how that goes. We feel that with the experience of it and the safety of it, we can make it a viable unit to profit from, as well as have fun. So we're going to see how that goes. We'll keep you posted. Well, before we go, I just want to show you one thing. This is the video that set the hoverboard off, which made it that everybody had to have one. This was filmed by Devin Supertramp. It's called The Hoverboard in Real Life. Let's take a look at that right now.
Where
Well, Hydroheads, hope you enjoyed the first episode of HydroFly Now. Here we want to bring together some of the best videos, the news, the people, and the products, as well as some of the best music on Earth, all into one place, so we can all enjoy the HydroFly universe as a whole. Stick with us next time on episode 2, when we take a look at the new Defy Jet Deck, as well as review some products from Powerfly Products. Like I said, thanks for sticking with us. Hope you enjoyed the first episode. We'll see you next time. Let's get high. HydroFly high.